I've had the opportunity to meet a bunch of you all, and it was certainly a pleasure to meet you all this morning, actually. And a lot of you guys see this football in my hand, and I'll tell you what this football is. I am called the leadership quarterback. All of my life, I played quarterback. So from the time I was a child playing PE football, to junior high school, to senior high school, and even in junior college, I played quarterback. So I can still throw the rock a little bit right now if anybody wants to play, right? So on top of that, as a quarterback, that's a little bit of a formal position of leadership. Would you all agree? It's a role on a team that leadership is required in. And I had been a quarterback all my life, but here's the interesting thing. I knew nothing about leadership. Many times you guys have been in businesses all over the country and wherever you guys do business at. And a lot of times people are promoted to certain positions, but they've never been developed in leadership. But leadership is the foundation of every facet of your life, in every facet of your life. I'm going to do some top line stuff on leadership because I don't want it to be complex. I want it to be simple because that's what the leadership quarterback does. He helps to simplify leadership so that you can actually apply it to your day-to-day lives. Fair enough? The first thing that leadership does, leadership follows. All leaders have to be followers. For careers, we've been taught to do what? We've been taught to instruct. And we haven't been taught to inspire others or influence others. People don't want to be managed. People want to be inspired and people want to be influenced. I didn't realize that management didn't create movement. At home, I was taught management. On the job, 3 Fortune 500 companies, I was taught management. But again, I was never developed in leadership. As I said, leadership can be very complex, but it can also be very simplified when you start directly from the bottom of what leadership is. So I want all of you guys to begin to think about, on a day-to-day basis, what are you shipping? That's why it's called leadership. A leader is the person that's in a formal position or a position that has been dictated. A leadership is what that person exhibits. Your family, your business, whatever it is that you aspire to do, is only going to grow to the level of who you are. So when you put you in place, when you develop you, then you can develop and inspire others. Because we have so much social and cultural learning, and I hate to say this, so I'll say it for myself. Much of my cultural and social learning was wrong. It wasn't wrong because it was taught to me wrong. It was the people who taught it to me, it was the best that they had to offer. So what happens if I begin, just as I did, when I got married at 19, guess what I began to do? Repeat the same broken and dysfunctional behavior that I saw when I was a child coming up. So I was offering nothing but the best of brokenness and dysfunction. Because management can't move anything. All management can do is monitor the process. Leadership influences change. It's not developed in a day, it's developed daily. And groups like this is how you develop leadership. Because if we're only around people who are our social equals, the same group that we've been in all of our life, all we do is apply the same information and the same theories and same practices, and guess what? We end up with the same results that we're trying to grow out of. How many people is trying to grow in here? Raise your hand. If you're trying to... So that means that you have to put yourself in an environment of growth, because a seed only grows in the proper soil with the proper sunlight and the proper amount of water. Let me tell you guys what leadership is about. Leadership is not about position. It's about your posture. It's about your behavior. Leadership is about setting other people up for success, helping other people to get into the right position, empowering people. Again, leadership is not about position. Leadership is about posture. Leadership is not an affair of the head. Leadership is an affair of the heart. It inspires us. It unites us, and it ignites a flame of fire and a passion in us. It's where people are ready to run through a wall for you because you've empowered them, united them, inspired them, and most importantly, ignited action in them. Leadership is a human enterprise compared to management, which is a structural enterprise. Leadership is about influencing people. Management is about pushing processes. It doesn't matter how much skill and knowledge we have to instruct. If we can't inspire and influence, the results in people around us will not move. We can't change direction through management because watch this. We can't force behavior. We have to forge behavior. If I'm the leader in this room, it's more important what you think than what I think. Everything that you value has to be encompassed in a direction that this organization is taking. And if your values, if what's important to you, if the cause is not enough important to you to offer the best of you, then you won't move. As a matter of fact, you'll be paralyzed. Being an expert in your particular field and being an expert in leadership is two different things. In order for your business to grow, you have to inspire and influence someone to make a decision to go with you. You can't manage their decision to go with you. But we often don't learn inspiration and influence skills. Good and bad leadership only has to do with the intent of your heart. If it has to do with good of other people, putting people in a better position, then you're considered to be if it's good for humanity, then you're considered to be a good leader based on the judgment of your heart, the character and the content of your heart. You're a good leader. If it's going to put people in a bad position and hurt people, then you're a bad leader. See, ineffective, effective, or less effective has to do with the level of your accomplishment of your goal. You are a composite of the people who you spent the most time with in your life. You are a composite. That's called the social learning theory. That's also called cultural conditioning. Leadership is responsible for creating culture. Culture has nothing to do with race. Culture has to do with mindset. Culture has to do with a belief system. Ethnicity has to do with race. Culture has to do with your mindset. As a leader, you speak authentically from your values. What happens? There's three different types of values that I want to touch on real quick. There's defensive values, there's stabilizing values, and there's growth values. And leaders and leadership is responsible for creating a culture that has values, but also has shared values of everybody who's a part of that particular organization. I come from a place of ineffective leadership. As I said, I didn't understand or begin to understand until I was 40 years old that I didn't have any growth values in my life. Nobody literally sat down and taught me about ambition. Nobody literally sat down and taught me how to influence, how to be an inspiration provider. Nobody sat down and taught me about constant enhancement. Nobody helped me to realize the pursuit for excellence. Those types of conversations weren't had in my family. I am the leadership quarterback. You can find out more about me at theleadershipquarterback.com. And I really look forward to seeing you at the workshops. And thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you.